CT side to start this off. And so looks like we're going to be getting there just now. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Map number 1 of this best of 3 series. Round number 2 has now kicked off for the Dust2.us Eagle Master Series number 5, powered by Inui. As we get it started towards mid, it's going to be this rush over towards Red Room, a very common default that we see on the pistol strat. It's only a matter of the response coming in from the CT side, whether they can meet that expectation. But right now, getting bottled up by the CT rotation, yet still doing well to at least get one is Infinite, but having a real tough time to get through this choke point as the CTs are just bottling up this one attack, and it's gonna kind of diffuse itself in a way. But Carson breaking through, killing Little Beer, and now a 2v3 on the mark. Just still a little bit rough considering the sight line is completely open. Infinite gonna go for this little jump up and try to take a gander. We'll get a dink through, but not able to finish the kill as Roca goes for the wide swing, leaving it to Carson in the 1v3. Very solid player of this roster, but not able to finish it off. Akimbo get it started early. First round on the board on this CT side. And so that said, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Map number 1 of our best of 3. Second map will go to Dust 2, courtesy of Akimbo. And then map number 3, if needed, will go to Mirage. Now, of course, we haven't really seen this map from either team for the first round. Actually, more so playing Dust 2 and Mirage, so we will see those 2 maps. But Ancient, a little bit of a curveball, I will say, for Akimbo at least. But considering that this team is relatively new, adopting a new trio here, we're talking about Little Beer, Trip, and Frizzy. It's going to be really interesting to see what their map pool is going to develop, especially considering you're going to play a lot of these new maps that a lot of teams are rather used to that aren't normally similar to what you play. So we'll see how they fare out here in Voca's map pick here. Right now, getting it started, just pistols for the Voca side. Looking to see if they can catch a couple pop shots. Make sure that it's expensive on this CT side. After all, it's already expensive enough. They're looking to see if they could truly make this expensive, but so far the only damage dealt is towards the T's, and it looks like they want to do more as Glorin's going for this double push. Teammate covers his sight line, allows Shane to get a kill, but right now shooting from long range is Infinite with his deagle, able to grab one. Can he grab the second? Bomb is not found over towards him. It's all the way towards B, so he's only managing damage control, but instead Little Beer's just gonna send a nade to the chest, and it will be that conversion coming in for Akimbo. Solid start for the newly acclimated roster. Now, of course, for those of you who already know North American Counter-Strike, Voca is a pretty solid landmark in this NA scene as we speak, formerly known as Getting Info, now turned into Team Voca recently. They have been a really solid team in the top 4 of North American Counter-Strike. Pretty much boasting majority of Blue Jay members and also having to poach over an NRG player in Carson. So really solid talent on that side for Voca, and have been doing so well in the results department, especially playing against those top teams. We're talking Marsborn, we're talking Skinrave. And even so, speaking of Marsborn, the only loss that they had on Ancient was to Marsborn in the last 3 months. A 16-12 scoreline. So looking to do one better now, get themselves further in the win department. They are at a 66%, so looking to up to 75 as they do break into the A site. Bomb getting planted. It will be planted towards an angle that can't be seen from the donut position. Infinite. Oh, smoke out. Yeah, that's gonna cost you a big time. Shane getting first contact, won't be able to find the kill, but Dia from the back will be able to support. And now here comes a hit for the CTs, but Dia with a 3K able to clean house, and Frizzy's running for the hills as Voca getting on the board courtesy of their solid Russian rifler, and Dia looking solid as day. Oh, Russian. I think I'm thinking of another CS player, but Dia doing solid there, able to get on the board with that round, and Voca looking forward to getting started on this T side. Frizzy will take one with the road. It will be that 3K killing machine going down, but nonetheless, Voca will get that first round on the board. Yeah, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Regent. I will be providing the service of casting for you guys tonight. Hopefully you guys are having a great night. After all, round number 1 provided some decent results in terms of upsets and expectations, I will say. Of course, the biggest upset is going to be Akimbo beating Skinrave, who were the #1 team in this tournament. Not something that Akimbo would have expected coming into this, but, you know, confidence is key. And they were able to unlock the door for that match. Trip going for this boost, but not going to be able to spot anything just yet. We'll spot one through the door. And that's all the info he needs. We'll drop a defensive nade, and that will be that. Still a lot of time being taken up by Voca here as Carson getting towards Red Room. Only one person providing coverage for the meantime. That's going to be Trip taking care of that angle. Surprisingly enough, 3 pistols from the CT side as well. Going for this bit of a hero buy. Trip looking to clear up this Red Room. Don't know if he's going to spot Carson looking the wrong way, playing anti. But things better. Instead, all the utilities being thrown over towards B, and that's going to force a rotation over, and Carson might be able to find that opening. He will do so, as well as Snav, who catches one through the wall. Trip was able to grab one on the trade, and Little Beer actually pushed forward towards B. So a little bit of a wonky state of circumstance for Voca as they look to hightail it out of there. A lot of info being grabbed now by Infinite with that kill from Trip, and they're just going to hightail it over towards A as Glorin's right behind, looking to trail and looking to catch one off, but I think it just might not be in enough time. Big kill there with the P250. Infinite taken down, and so Dia looking to not suffer the same fates. He'll go back away, and Little Beer will conjoin himself with Glorins. But Snab now, a great angle here. Gonna back up instead. Spots the shoulder, has info. He wants to aggress further into this. He wants this kill. It would make the clutch a lot easier for Voca. Has a hard time with the spray. Little living on 30 HP. Dia was able to get his one from the other side, and Snab will say the pistol will do better. And so tied up early here on this first half of Ancient. Solid stuff so far. It's important to note that Voca has been doing tremendous work, given the fact that they've only acquired 1 player out of that 3-man Blue Jays roster to really have such great cohesion and synergy as a North American team. And of course, you know, being able to grab Carson as well on the lineup has been a bit of this X factor for rifling, especially considering the fact that he's already had a lot of experience in top tier teams. I mentioned already about the stint with NRG. That's going to be able to provide a lot of avenues of experience to know that, you know, there's going to be a leg up for a lot of that experience. And so we look to see that today against a team that, like we mentioned, fresh off the papers. And right now, looking to be fresh off the pistols. Infinite able to grab one on the 1-tap, but Frizzy trading back up to the P250. That's a lot of info though, and a lot of noise being made that Carson's going to eat up with this Mac 10 surely. Nope. I jinxed them. Instead, it's a Deagle headshot through the body of his own teammate that gets the kill. Still a 3v4 gun advantage over towards Voca. Bomb will be planted soon enough. Able to grab an AK though for the reward, and the Mac 10 as well. But with such great positioning from Voca and coverage over the smoke, you would imagine that this is a done deal. However, they're still looking. They're still searching for that answer. Going to go on the boost, and Shane's going to punish instantly. Great headshot in. Little Beard just going to cause some damage with his Mac 10. Deal will not have it. And so that said, Voca, great retake defense. They'll be able to grab the lead here in this first half of Ancient. It's only a matter of Frizzy trying to take more to the grave with him, but not doing so. Snab will put him there in himself. And no damage done. They'll be able to live off with their weapons. Trip will be able to live with the AK, which is a good upgrade for the M4 side, but nonetheless, Voca have taken the lead. And so I speak of upsets, such as Akimbo beating Skin Rave. Also on the board, Outfit 49 beating Lag. That was an interesting one, considering that they signed Cameron into the main roster, which was an interesting one, especially because he put up such a great performance, especially in Dust 2 EMS number 4. So surprising enough to see Outfit 49 get on the success, but this time the success going over towards Voca. Double kill already able to start off early into round number 6. Leaves it in a more painful position for Akimbo, as they're just going to have to force themselves into the answers that they're looking for. Trip will get one, and Frizzy's in a great spot to get this lurk, but they're going to clear him. Tech9 will be noted, and Infinite gets the information relayed over. Shadow advantage over to Frizzy, but he's going to come with a couple teammates to cover his back, and so Shane will be able to take care of that issue. Trip, though, great angle. Going to catch out Carson, not looking the right way. And the spray. Clean work from Trip. Looking good, just like the recent series, able to tie it back up. The lineup was perfect. And he takes it to the bank and cashes it out. The triple for Trip indeed. Actually, that was a quad. He was able to grab that first opening towards red, and then great placement on the off angle. Carson caught by surprise. And great success for Akimbo. Looking to get themselves back into this first half. Looking to make a statement over here to Voca, letting them know that even though you're top 4, that doesn't mean that you're going to take us out that easily. Especially on Voca's map pick. Keep in mind, both teams on that matchup between Skinrave and Akimbo took each other's map picks. So it'd be interesting if we see kind of the same thing here. Time will tell. But things start to slow down here in this 7th round. No one really budging. Akimbo going for this turtle setup, but Shane notices that they are pushing over towards that banana position. We'll grab 2. So advantage over towards Voca. Roca able to get 1 back though. Bomb's still down, and so Dia's gonna have to deal with this, but Roca gets a double of his own. Looking to reload, and Snav's gonna punish. Here comes the swing from the support. Little Beer able to catch out Snav on the trade, but Infinite's gonna do one better with the Mac 10. Oh, a little bit rough, but still able to get away with it. Shane dodges a big bullet from the op of Frizzy. Drops some good molly forward defense. Bomb will be planted. 1v2 for the Opper. Definitely doable as well. He's been getting off to a good start. Can he get some more? We'll spot 1. Not able to land the shot. We'll go to the AK. Needs more of the bullets, but this crossfire is very devious, and especially since Infinite's going to get closer. The health advantage is better for Akimbo. Frizzy with the 1v2. It's fireworks to start off this series. And Akimbo take back that lead. And things are looking better since the departure of their main trio. As they look for new faces, it's been rewarding so far in this tournament. And what better for your last tournament of the season to just get off to a great start and put yourself in the ring against these heavyweights of Skinrave and Voca, and coming out successful so far. It's been solid to see. A lot of people, I would say, wouldn't have expected this. They would have expected curb stomps from both of those top teams, but right now we're seeing a different story. And as if the major has been having Cinderella stories, we might just have one of our own here, but Snav looking to close the book on that one. Able to get the 5v4 to start off. And looking for some more. Great crouch peek, but Frizzy has got the better weapon. Lands a headshot, so 4v4, advantage gained back. Trip's got to be very careful. Dia looking to push the pace even further with this Deagle. Looking to try to find an opening. Pop Flash going to come in, but not going to really do much. Trip is just going to play passive here towards short. But Frizzy will continue to find more kills on the op. Another flash landed, but Dia through the smoke catches out the Opper. Last thing you want to expect. Infinite, though, playing on the angle. They spotted him through the shadow, though, and Little Beer will kill him. So, 2v3. They can't get this bomb down, but with this much time being wasted in clearing the site, the smokes are going to dissipate. And there's not going to be a lot of coverage to be able to get this bomb plant down. There is another smoke, though, courtesy of Shane, and he will drop it over towards long, which leaves short very vulnerable. Oh, but it doesn't matter because his Deagle's active. Looking to heat up even further. 2 kills on the trot. Oh, could have on the 3rd. That was a dink through the wall. Little Beer, though, puts that down. Kills the highlight reel, and oh, as Shane wanted to go for some more, Little Beer and Trip ready for the fight. They'll get the defuse, and it's a 2-round game in this latter end of the first half. So far, Akimbo matching the expectations of what they wanted against this Voca team. And I mean, come on, if you ask me that what I expected about this match, I would have also said the exact same thing. We're talking about Voca, who's been having top 3, top 4 finishes in almost every event that they've gone to since they signed to this new org. And you put yourself on a team that has completely brand new players. I would have said that this would have been done in maybe under an hour. But right now, Akimbo's looking to put those talks away and looking to prove something better. A lot of damage done towards the mid players. And Carson's just going to get the hell away. Doesn't want to deal with that. Ooh, but he lands a nade right at the teeth of Roca. Gonna eat that indeed. A snap holding the line, but does he know that Glorins is already at an off angle? Could catch him off guard, but instead backs away. And things start to slow down once again. A bit of this tactical play from Voca. They don't want to make any mistakes. They want to make sure that they cross their T's and dot their I's in the right spots. But that's not going to allow for Akimbo to just sit still and wait for this moment. And you see that push coming in from A, so there's a timer to this. A timer to this flank coming in towards mid. And as all this info comes in, all this utility being thrown in, Frizzy's going to have to guard. He will get one, but Carson trades back immediately. But as that occurs, the flank coming in and surely spotted. Roca will spot it. Low HP on Roca, so got to be very careful. One bullet can do it. Snap gets the kill from sidewalk and gets the double from the side, and Voca break through in a miraculous way, something that just didn't seem possible. But when there's a will, there's a way. And Voca gonna send that bomb over towards A, expecting that this last player, last defender is towards B, and they would be correct. And surely Snav gonna do the kill blow, and he will do so. Snav headshot onto Trip, makes it 5-4. Very close game. Nothing has really kind of gone one-sided for any of these two teams. Says a lot about how Voca is currently playing at the moment. Keep in mind the T side though. So once they get onto that defense, maybe we see better results. And it looks like they want to get aggressive towards cave. That's the goal. That's the game plan. Dio wants to take this angle and hold it like a bishop on chess. And he'll do so. Get himself on the line. Make sure to clear the close angle as well. It is just pistols for this Akimbo squad, stacking up over towards that A site. So the moment that they see the B sites clear, it's a winning round already for Voca and a tie game. Only thing is that they forgot the bomb all the way in T-spawn. Still getting closer and closer to the successful play call. Bit of a distraction smoke thrown over towards mid, simulating some sort of mid crawl, but that won't be the case. It's just Carson going on a scout mission while the rest is happening over towards B. Now, can Carson get a couple kills? Do a lot of damage without death is the question. We'll spot one, but it's only one. Now it's two. Glorins puts his face in the kill feed. And as the bomb makes his way over towards B, looks like the pistols are going to just try to find some kills, and they will find one at least. Frizzy from long range with a USB takes out Shane. And at this point, it's just a matter of can you finish off the job here. Carson looking to do so. 3K here, looking for the ace. It is just ecos though, so let's not make a big deal yet. Snap wanting to get rid of the AK that Shane had. They know that, yeah, and Little Beer wanted that AK, but instead, you're not taking anything. Unless you can kill Snap, though. But there is a Dia providing coverage. Infinite was going to get the rest. And so 5-5, tied back up once again. We've had 4 ties in this first half of Ancient. In this first map of this best of 3 series. Leading the way from both sides, Frizzy and Snav. On top of the rosters and the leaderboard. Slump is not in. He is being stood in by Infinite, so keep that in mind. But what we're keeping in mind is how this defense is going to get active over here towards mid and then eventually towards sidewalk. But instead, something that we don't normally see, them backing off, not really wanting to take this fight. Snap though, ooh, Little Beer wanted to make a play, and he's making a play towards mid, but they're watching over towards him. Dia able to get the opening early, and Glorins wants to get that advantage back, but he's got a Snap watching over him. I don't think he wants to take that gamble. But as that occurs, T-side getting active towards mid. Lorenz looking uncomfortable about this potential. Oh, and Shadow spotted. So that's info. And now you got to be very careful. How long do you really want to stick around in this cave position before the cavalry arrives? And Infinite arrives just in time for the kill. And Frizzy trying to save things himself. Able to get the kill on Infinite, but Carson, once again, getting on the board. Over and over again, he finds himself on the board. And now 4v2 as things start to settle. One kill will do it. Frizzy playing a very aggressive angle over here towards Donut. Spotted early by Carson. Double kill found. And last up, once again, Trip. Far away from the A site. And surely should be a done round. As much as I would believe in miracles, I don't think Trip can make this 1v4 happen, especially with the economy now down in the dumps for Akimbo. They want to save this M4 into the next round, into what is a very frivolous round. Might not be able to do so if he keeps moving forward. Shane already watching this position. And he will walk into the eyes of Shane, and Shane will finish it off. So lead will be for Voca. They retain at minimum that tied half into this first half, but only one round left to go before we switch sides. Now, it's really tough to tell what's the gauge for this game, considering that I feel like Ancient has now started to become a little bit more of this T-sided meta. And you know, a lot of times with these openings, whenever you find them towards mid or towards cave, I feel like it breaks a lot of defenses. So it's really hard to tell that if this T-side is really what's to expect, or is it just a really lackluster CT side. I mean, it doesn't feel lackluster though, but it did have to come with a couple heroics from Trip and Little Beer. Hard to tell. Let's see how things close out. Infinite. Ooh, misses the timing on the peak. And so Little Beer swings with the MP9, spamming away through the smoke is Carson, not able to find it, but the nade will do the job instead. Able to find that. Dia gets noted on the op. A lot of damage done both ways. Dia on the 9, looking to spam in, see if they can find that low defender of Gorin's at 31. Surely one stray will catch him. Not so. And all players of Voca. Position over here towards B. Trip going for info. Not able to spot anything, just hear the noise. Another again. Nothing there. But now they're going to go up. They think there's no more utility, and they would be correct. So, contact play coming in. Shane looking to unravel this defense, but instead it will be Trip who gets noted and killed by Carson. And another one found by Carson. Multi-kill after multi-kill towards the latter end of the second half. Bomb will be planted. Glorins could pounce on this T side, but it won't be for much, especially with the MP9. However, starts it off on the first, looks to pick up a gun, but gets punished, and Shane will do the rest as Voca retains the lead into the second half. A 7-5 scoreline, and pretty even-sided from both sides. Both teams boasting a 12-kill marker, courtesy of Frizzy and Carson. But you could tell that there's a little bit of a better supporting cast over towards Voca. But let's see if things change up here on the defense for Voca. Can they close it out, or will Akimbo still have a little bit of fight in them? Second half of this map number 1. Second map will go to Dust 2 next. And Mirage if needed for the third. And it looks like the anti-strat of what Voca wanted to do for their maps, or for their pistol round. So looks like they want to go towards B off that contact, but here comes the cavalry. The defense is going to push through the smokes. However, Trip starts off early on the kill, and there you go. The trap is snatched into the hands of Akimbo as Little Beer left alone, wondering where did his teammates go. Looking for a kill and maybe a beer. Might just find a bullet to the head. Now noted. And how devious is that? Just dropping a smoke in front of your face, and then Infinite will just put a bullet through the smoke, and it finds the head of Little Beer. So Voca start off early on the pistol here in the second half, which is going to make things a lot easier. Now, the decision for Akimbo to force buy into this, drop the money down to 0 for Voca, but looks like they're just going to concede the second round conversion. So this should be a putt-in for Voca. I say that, and for the most part, I do jinx a lot of these teams. So let's see if that happens. It looks like it might just be a standard B rush. And it looks like Carson just wants to get this over with. We'll take the contact, find one, and he might just find more. Once again, getting on the multi-kill train, and he's got Snap to provide coverage. Actually, Snap able to get a double, and Shane will get in on the action. So 9-5, the second round conversion clean, no casualties found. And now the guns will start to come out. So let's see how that turns out. And as I did mention earlier, Infinite stepping in for Slump. And right now doing not bad, but not good. I will say 10 and 11. Really solid stuff from the sub, considering the fact that he had his second best map of his entire career. Keep in mind, this guy's been playing for 8 years. He's had his second best map in his entire career last night, and looking to do more. But as that happens, his team looking to get active once again on the CT side. It's the never-ending push of Sidewalk and continuing to find kills. Carson gonna bonk one in the head, and Infinite will finish the kill. 4v2 found, and Little Beer. His lurk doesn't really mean much. Frizzy as well. He's already being bodyguarded by Shane. Ooh, but Frizzy will do good on the kill. A lot of damage done, though. Back over towards Frizzy. Gonna make it a lot tougher. Carson didn't spot that lurk, though. And Little Beer sneaking through the back line. How much can he find, though? The biggest issue, though, is that the bomb is all the way towards Elbow. So someone's still got to haul towards that. But Little Beer looking to find one. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. No. Okay. He will finish the kill at least, but that was bad. But 34 HP combined from the Akimbo side. And now you start to question, do you really want to go for this? Maybe if you find a sneaky kill in the back line. Oh, man. Why do I keep jinxing these teams? Snap taken down. But Carson now knows of Little Beer. But like I said, the bomb's been all the way towards Elbow since the start of this round. Frizzy's got to go for it. And this is going to allow for Carson to have this false sense of security for himself as to where this player is going to be going. But what do you know? Heading over towards that A site and going to have this head-to-head engagement. All the noise going to be made as well towards A main. So now Carson understands it. He understands it now. Now can he finish the kill? And he will do so. It only took one bullet, and so he will clean it up. Double digits found for Voca here in this second half. And Akimbo, once again, having to look into a potential light buy as their economy not really in the best state to go for a full buy. But more of expectations for what we were looking for in this matchup so far. Akimbo not able to get started, and it looks like it's going to be the nuclear take into mid. Not able to find a body, though, as they do play passive. And now they're going to push forward. Pop the smoke, though, and a couple sprays in. We'll catch a couple. Roca able to get one with the nade back. And as they look to pursue, they just turtle. They don't want to deal with more of these pistols running towards them. And Infinite's got to be very careful. He's currently on an island where he could get pinched by this A main tick as well. Roca able to take out Infinite, actually. And Carson has to do something about it. We'll trade back. And Frizzy sneaking out over towards A. Slowly but surely. Bomb will be found on a site. The question is, will they go for the plan immediately? And it looks like Frizzy will do so. Noise now heard. Carson understands how close he could be. Gonna go for the clear, surely. No, not missing the clear. Frizzy able to get the kill. Snap trades. Instant trade as well. Trip now on the 1v2 with the Deagle. What heroics necessary to get this round? That was the lineup. We'll go for the spam, but Shane watching from above. We'll make sure that he does none of it. So 11-5 on the scoreline so far. And Voca really looking to take charge of this map. Hopefully things will look much better for Akimbo on that Dust 2. A Dust 2 that they did beat Skinrave on 13-9. Looking to do the same thing to Voca. But right now, Voca's got a little bit of a pep in their step. And they're looking to go for the killing blow. Carson already early on the kill feed. Takes out Trip, trying to push through the smoke. And Snap hungry for some more. But Dia will go first contact and not come out suffice. And so Snap wants a little bit of some, but he's also taking as much damage as Dia. So a bit of a scary one for Voca. Still looking to get aggressive. They're not stepping down to this challenge. And Shane looking to push forward, looking to catch one off guard. That's going to be Voca taking first contact. Shane now noted. Frizzy, great headshot onto an infinite, but this hit will come eventually, and the bomb is noted here. The swing's going to have to come in, and they swing all together. Both kills in, bomb down as well. Little Beer on this lurk over towards Cave, and they know of him, making a lot of noise about it. Spray's coming in, but not able to land the kill. So Voca will get on match point with 7 opportunities to close it out. There is a lot of money, though, from Akimbo to work with, but right now, this has been a freight train of a CT side from Voca, not stopping. And Carson really leading the way, 20-9. Right there behind him, Snav at 18-7 as well. And looking to take out this T side, looking to do it in 1 out of the 7 opportunities. Cave will be taken, though, from Akimbo. Ooh, but the clear is perfect from Snav. We'll get traded out. Shane was able to get one as well on the entry. And Carson looking to get this game over with. Looking to send us over to Dust 2. Oh, the spray transfer is clean with it. And looking to find more on the gap, but Frizzy does one better. He finds the gap kill instead. And as that happens, Shane going to just push forward toward the end. Watching the angle. Jickle spotted, and now it's just a spray battle, but the spray goes in favor of Shane. So it's a 13-5 scoreline for map number 1. A very solid stuff.
Hey mate, want to finally play without cheaters? Start by connecting your Steam account. All you need to do is add your favorite game to your favorites list. Now, in this tab, you'll have access to your match statistics. And to fill it in, you just need to play 2 matches in normal or pro mode. You can either create your own lobby or join a lobby with players who are looking for teammates and match your preferences. There are 3 game modes available on the Inui platform. For those who love challenges, normal mode is where your match results will either increase or decrease your ELO rating. Choose your favorite maps and invite friends to form your team, or let the system match you with suitable teammates and opponents. Jump straight into the action with a balanced and fair matchmaking experience designed for quick games. Pro Mode. Challenge yourself in this competitive mode, either solo or with friends. Set your team preferences, including starting side, CT or T, and strategize with tactical map bans. Custom Mode. You can choose CS2, CSGO, or even CS 1.6. Discover complete freedom of action. Invite players and spectators to join, assign team sides, select a map, and customize the game settings. While you're waiting for a game or taking a break between matches, our fun servers will help you make the most of your time. All of this is available to every platform user. Playing at a high level and ready to compete with the best of the best? On our platform, you'll also find the opportunity to participate in tournaments with prize pools. Tournaments are available for full team confrontations, 5v5, as well as for 2v2 and 1v1. Registration will take place through our client in just a few clicks. And don't forget to install our Inui app for iOS and Android to never miss a match, thanks to push notifications.
Over on that op over towards that T side or CT side, we want to see that they keep that op warm. 18-15 with 104 ADR on that ancient, and especially on a map like Dust 2, the op is heavily necessary. And Dust 2, here we are. Pistol round starting off early, and it looks like Carson getting on the board, and it looks like Glorins will be able to get a trade onto a different teammate. So 4v4 here on the second map. Glorins finding another one with the P250 from long range. Leaves it to the 4v3 for Akimbo. Voca starting on the CT side as it is. Oh, interesting. It's Akimbo's map and they decided to, that makes sense. Either way, Voca found an avenue. It looks like the A site. The A defender tried to push a little bit further, and that said, long being taken up. Dia though, here's a lot of this noise. Pop flash coming in, and a couple players blind, but Voca able to look away just in time, and Trip, when he gains vision, able to grab the kill. So 1-0. Akimbo getting started off early once again, similar to that first map. Now that's the biggest importance. Frizzy was one of their biggest highlights over on that Akimbo side. So if they can keep Frizzy still feeling it from map number 1, I do think that there's potential for the upset here on this map number 2. Now, as I mentioned, they did win out Dust 2 against Skin Rave 13-9. So looking to find the same result against another top 4 team. And looking to do so in a big way. And it looks like early aggression coming out from Long is going to push the CTs back all the way towards Elevator. Now, I can't tell if that's a T smoke or a CT smoke, but it is a pretty bad smoke nonetheless. And so they're going to pop it. They're going to look to see if they can find anything. And another bad smoke. Infinite going to have vision and catch a deagle shot to trip. Glorin's on the lurk, able to catch one towards mid, and it's just a wonky round. It's just a wonky round all around. But either way, okay, Infinite with the deagle, able to find a double, looking to find a third as they do spot out Glorin's on this mid lurk, but eventually this MP9 is gonna catch him off guard. So force buy works in favor of Voca. They get on the board early and put Akimbo back in the dumps in their economy. Good thing to start off for Voca. Get them on the right board. And it looks like the pistol is going to hope to get some kills, make this easier on them. And Voca looking to do the inevitable against this low buy. Jump spot might get punished. Actually, it's info enough for Littlebeard to go searching over towards mid. It's going to find an M4 guarding that mid space. That's Infinite. Able to do a little bit of damage. Carson getting a decent amount back. I believe that's the B attack from Roca. Able to catch a deagle shot over towards the defender. Littlebeard looking to get lucky. I thought the swing was going to come by eventually, but Snav able to finish it off. Roca finds one from that B player. Glorin's able to get one as well on the deagle. And so these deagles coming out profitable. Now can it come out profitable to a round win? Okay, now we're talking. Trip able to get another. Now leaves it to the 1-and-1 defense. And ooh, I think that shadow was spotted. Yeah, Dia. Yeah, there you go. Now you know. But Snav not looking the right way. Trip and Glorin's pants down indeed. Roca last alive to clutch it up, but Dia will close the door on the potential of an upsetted round, and Voca will get the lead here. Ooh, that was a very scary round there. A couple deagle shots going the way of Akimbo, which is ironic. Usually Akimbo means dual wielding, but right now no dual wields on this one. No Berettas. We're already past that. Instead, we're on the scout of Littlebeer. They ain't gonna block vision. Still able to spot one, and Snav will take the tag, unfortunately. It's another low buy, though, from Akimbo. They're just going to rush over towards that B side. Carson not really looking the right way, and so now Snav is going to have to save the day. We'll get a triple before Trip is able to take him down for lack of bullets. And he's still got a lurk again. Once again, it's Littlebeer over towards top mid. And he's going to have to reconvene with his teammate, but Infinite is going to close the door, literally, on that one. Littlebeer down for the count, and Trip in the 1v3. Gonna need a Trip in order to get this. I'm gonna be playing at the off angle. Molly won't land in the proper spot. Now things start to get questioned. Where is Trip? Molly doesn't land where he planted. But he peeks his head up, and Infinite will put a bullet to the head. So 3-1. Now the conversion's coming in for Voca. Still a lot of money to work with for Akimbo, considering that was a half buy, I will say. So far, so good. And thank you all for tuning in to tonight's matchup. It's a pretty solid matchup in this round number 2. Keep in mind, this entire series is powered by our partners at Inui Gaming, a competitive gaming platform built for players who care about fair play, performance, and community, offering advanced matchmaking, powerful anti-cheat system, community features, and tournament tools, all to elevate the FPS experience, especially on such as tournaments like ourselves here at Dust2.us for Counter-Strike. And as the first gun round comes underway, it's a lot of tagging over towards Roca, now down at 15 HP as he takes this battle, this engagement with Shane. But Shane coming out somewhat the unrealized victor in that one, pushes them back even further. Not a lot of positioning being taken to Akimbo within the first 40 seconds of the round. Looking to take it slow, not looking to get so antsy in their position. Eventually going to be clearing this cap position. At some point, the smoke, though, is going to fade over here towards mid. And Carson's going to have a side lane, but in the meantime, cap being taken up. Going to throw a defensive smoke himself instead. Going to leave it open for the T's to take cat. And so Snav prepped with an anti-flash. Infinite could make a good work with this nade, especially with one player on 15 HP. That's Voca, who could go down, gonna bounce it off the wall, and surely will find the kill. And goes for more, will find a double. Now Snav starts to activate. Oh my god, everyone's dabbing. Snav only able to get one though, and so now things gotta start to get worrying for the rifler as he will go down to the clear. Shane trying to pop a couple heads, but either way, it's Carson to jump up, one of them being actual jumping, but a double kill found. And so Voca, defense really solid so far. Two players on Voca, currently boasting 8 kills apiece. And we talked about Frizzy needing to get warmed up, but right now, sitting at an 0-5, unfortunately. Jump spot noted. But it looks like the B attack wants to come in. I say that, but lower might be the play. It is just pistols on this part again. Every single time we keep watching Akimbo, it's just this never-ending drought for their economy. But looking to change things up with this pop flash. Dia going to be full blinded and just back away into the smoke. And that's what's going to activate Snav's M4 from distance. Able to get a double before getting deagled from long range. Little Beer sneaking out towards the B smoke. Able to catch one, but the bomb currently in no man's land is going to make it a lot tougher, especially with Dia holding to the line. And now that he has support from Infinite, he can just watch his position. Good flash, though. Catches both players towards CT side. Infinite still has vision, but not able to bag a kill. And this is going to be a very tough situation to break through. Little Beer, though, makes it easy for a second until Shane steps in and finishes the job. 5-1. The CT side looking real tough. Tough as nails against his Akimbo squad, and Akimbo that did feel good after that win against Skin Rave yesterday, not only in this map but also in the series. And unfortunately not showing the same kind of momentum that they did show in round number 1. Frizzy missing on the first op shot of his newly acquired op. And looking to still get aggressive is Dia. He has no remorse for playing such an aggressive position, but Frizzy will punish for that, as he does get on the board. Whoop whoop indeed. Snav, though, able to get one back. Catches out the lurk early. And Shane is going to have a lot to deal with, especially with this contact pop flash here. Spray coming in. It will catch the second player going in. You hate to see that, but doesn't matter. Shane will grab a double before taking his leave. Bunny hopping out of there. He'll make it out just in time. And now this becomes a lot tougher for the already limping T side here on Voca and Frizzy. Gonna need a big one out of these two. Frizzy's gonna take first contact. Use the util to separate, but Shane just shooting some pot shots through the smoke, and it looks like they just want to completely finish the kill. Missed on the flick, and Carson will cap it off. A triple from Shane to start this round leads them to another round win on this CT side, and it's looking a bit hopeless, I will say. Unfortunately. I did want to see a lot of Cinderella story-esque stuff from Akimbo, but right now it seems like Voca is now showing them what it really means to be a top 4 team in NA. And already Dia gets on the board early with the Yop. Someone said in the chat, give him a rifle. Nah, I think he's good with the Yop. He's still getting kills. And he might just get more with the Molly. Doesn't go out enough, and so still looking to sneak around. I think Voca's having a hard time looking through the smoke as well. And Dia looking to finish that one-souled attacker. It will be Infinite who finds it instead. Trip, though, able to get one on the deagle. Keeping them humble for the time being. Infinite, though, is going to have a lot of pistols looking towards him, towards that short side. And Dia just wants a little bit of the pie. He wants to eat. Trip does, too. Oh, Trip does, too. Double, indeed, on the deagle. Make it a triple for him. Needs the quad, though. Ooh, it's there for him, but Dia, he could do it with the Yop. He could also do it with the rifle. And the scoreline reads the worst number potential for Brazilians. Look away, please, because it's 7-1. And this is more to our expectation. Voca just coming in meaning business in this matchup. Keep in mind, round number 2 matchups currently going underway. I believe the only one currently live is Boss versus Outfit 49. You can also check that out. Should be a community streamer available on HLTV if you want to check that out. Plenty of round 2 matchups that are really solid, I will say. We got Ether going against Wandagoons. That's a pretty interesting matchup. Regain against Take Flight. That's a fun one. But in the meantime, Voca versus Akimbo, and Dia letting him know what the op can do on the CT side this way. Already a double to start it off. Frizzy looking to get active, but once again, just not able to find kills in this map. It just gets rougher and rougher for the op. Trip burning out, and Infinite looking to send a couple bullets his way, not able to find it yet. Okay, that's a jump scare and a half, at least for me. And Glorins might just get jump scared himself. He's going to walk into this high-low setup. Eventually, Shadow spotted, and Shane will do so. Both of them able to get a couple of their tags, and Trip lasts alive in the 1v4. I'm going to save face at this point. Yeah, this is kind of how the game has pretty much come to. When the CT is already pushing towards your T-spawn, you can kind of tell that things are just kind of going one-way traffic. And Snav's letting him know. 12-6, running a 2.0 KD so far on the CT side. Infinite just right there. I imagine the super sub is feeling nice and dandy with his new team here. Time will tell whether this is a definite move, but I believe Slump is still on the roster, so still potential that Slump will maintain competition towards with Voca, but nonetheless, Voca continuing to find opener after opener. And it was a bit of a wonky buy, I will say, from Akimbo. 2 bot AKs and the rest on pistols. And they actually go down. Carson looking to find some more, willing to double up and looking to really aggress for more with this op. But Roca puts him down. Infinite, though. Probably going to catch out this AK. Yeah, not looking the right way. Okay. Oh, that's rough. That just kind of shows how long he's been in the scene, that sometimes he can make mistakes. But Shane won't do that. He'll get some clean kills himself. And Frizzy looking to grab a couple for the road. Grabs none. So Shane will do the 9-1 here. Voca just cleaning house. We might actually be done in under an hour. Now, of course, just keep in mind, Akimbo shouldn't really feel any sort of remorse in this situation. They're not going to really see them in the bottom of the barrel at 0-2. Instead, this is a 1-0 matchup. So 1-1 is not too bad. But of course, you do not want to get yourself to that elimination point. But I will say, beating Skin Rave in that very early portion, whether it was Skin Rave or any other team, I think that's really a good start. So hopefully they can rebound, but still got a game to go. They're going to take all that mid space. Dia just having to back off completely. A lot of damage done through utility. Over towards 3 of the players here for Akimbo. Slowly encroaching over towards Cat. Dia already watching this position. Good pop flash, but does not matter. Dia will catch the kill while blind. And even throws a flash just to make sure they feel what he felt. Lurk smoke going to be thrown, though. Molly in response. Flash coming in. Dia, though, still continuing to find kills. Glorins will find a headshot on the swing. And still keeping him at bay for the time being. Snav even to be able to get one on the jump up. Now it makes it a lot tougher for this T side to get active. Infinite wants some more. And Shane will do it from long range. It is 10-1 in this final round of this first half, and there's just no answers for this Akimbo team on this T side. Everything has really just been Voca, Voca, and Voca. And it looks like we're going to take a tack pause here, called by Akimbo, looking to talk out what they want to do for the last round of the first half, but I don't think there's any answers really for this T side. So let's see if the pep talk did anything. Right now, it looks like it's going to be the same old default. Every single time, every single round, they've been going for this lower play to take mid, but Infinite looking to just take control of this mid space completely, setting himself up all the way towards top mid. This is going to make it a lot easier for the rotations to come in towards B, which is the plan of attack over here for Akimbo. And so surely these rifles just churn them like butter. Carson early on the kill, able to get one, but traded back by Roca. Dia looking to get active, finds the double and able to escape as the MAC-10 looks to chase him. So 4v2 on this retake. As much as the B site is a tough site to retake, this is looking like a done deal. Little Beer, though, wants to get sneaky. We'll find none, actually, because D is still hitting like a madman with the op. For whoever said, take off the op out of his hands, you shut up, because Dia is hitting clean with that op, 12 and 4. But I mean, everyone is hitting clean on this Voca team on the CT side. So it might just be done in 2 here as we move over to the second half. Voca on the attack. And man, this is pretty much what everyone expected, I will say. I mean, to say that you expected an Akimbo upset once again is kind of blasphemy, I will say, against a Voca team that has proven to be a menace in North American Counter-Strike. They proved to be that once again as they set themselves up for glory and a 2-0 spot. All it takes is a good pistol, and they'll be there soon. But Roca looking to keep them humble for the time being. Clean headshot onto Carson as they pinch over towards this tunnel's position. Shane, though, gets one back. And Dia able to sneak past. There's a lot of info for the CT side, though, because Brizzy made himself all the way over towards that back tunnels area. And unless they move, they're going to be caught with their pants down. So that's why they move over towards lower, which is this 2-pronged setup. Snav, though, able to get the kill onto B. They actually got aggressive. And Frizzy now makes himself known. Double kill found on the swing. Snav having to save the day, but ooh, he just says, you know what, let me get out of here. He does have a bomb to plant eventually, but Pop Flash going to come in. They're going to aggress towards him. He's got support as well, but it doesn't matter because Snav has got it all day, every day. 12-1. Voca on match point. Series point to get themselves in that 2-0 bracket. A flawless 2-round start here in this Swiss stage. And Akimbo, as much as you had the confidence from that first series, things have started to change. The momentum has started to swing more in favor of Voca, and they're just going to charge forward, looking to Hope, and Hope is going to be lost from this Akimbo side. No casualties, only a scout left on the board, and surely enough, this should be donezo for this series. Frizzy just looking to delay the inevitable, but he'll take a knife out and just get it done with. And Voca, 13-1.